and welcome to another episode of Todd Talks. When Todd talks, people listen. Hopefully. Before we get into our main episode, dissecting the battle between Balrog and TJ Combo, a word from our sponsor, me! In all seriousness, for those of you who have seen Todd Talk a while, you know that I write comics. And I happen to have a new comic up on Kickstarter. It's called 10,000 Miles. It's a story about two brothers who are digging their way to China. And it's going to be quite an adventure. Like I said, we're on Kickstarter right now. And we have the link in the comments below as well as in the description. It's an all-ages graphic novel, 72 pages of fun and digging way to China. Trust me, there's more to it than that, but I don't want to burden you with all the details. Go to the Kickstarter. Check it out. If you like comics, if you like a Disney Pixar style story, if you just like to read stuff, go to the Kickstarter, pledge. It helps me out, and I'd be eternally grateful. We now return to your regularly scheduled Todd Talk. So, Death Battle! Yeah, so if you recall a few weeks back, after Renamon Lucario, they revealed that it's going to be Balrog versus TJ Combo, and then not long after that, Ben, who plays Wiz, revealed that this would be a Torian 3D animated fight. And I am excited because this is going to be awesome. If you think about it, when you see something unique in Death Battle, especially after 80 episodes, you kind of realize it. And this is a unique fight. The closest thing we've had to a pure fist fight, like a pure fist fight, is either, let's be fair here, like Ryu Scorpion, kind of, and then, you know, Ken and Terry, maybe Yang Tifa, but every single one of them had, like, super techniques, like super moves, and, you know, Hadoukens, and get over here's, and, you know, transporting people to the nether realm, and exploding geyser attacks, and even if you go back farther than that with Chun-Li versus Mai Shiranui, you know, they had, you know, their own little energy attacks. This isn't that. Okay? The closest thing we have here is TJ Combo doing kind of a shockwave attack, but that's one move. One. This is a pure boxing match. This is about two guys who use their fist to do damage, and that's going to be awesome. And for those wondering why did Torian get assigned this match? He didn't get assigned this match. He begged for this match. Okay? Watch the Death Battle cast. I really recommend it because we get great insights into these battles. Nick, who is the writer of it and, you know, host of Top 10, Nick and Torian are big fighting fans. They love Street Fighter. They love Killer Instinct. And for 2 years, they have apparently been begging to do this. And then with this year, as I think I mentioned in the last episode, Todd Talk, Ben said that he wanted to do a string of matches that the 2D and 3D teams would love to do. Not just fan requests, which this has been fan requested, mind you, but that the teams would just love digging into. And this was one of them. Now, I'm not saying this was the mysterious 3D project that Torian's been working on, which is why we got 5 2D Death Battles in a row. But this is still going to be fun. So, let's dig into this. Balrog, a.k.a. Mike Bison in Japan. Long story, just go with it. But Balrog, who I'll refer to like that for this episode, was built to be your stereotypical boxer. He was modeled after Mike Tyson, which is why he's called Mike Bison in Japan, but they changed the name because of scandal. Oh, not getting into this. Sorry, I said I want to get into this. He built to be a stereotypical boxer. He is big, he is bulky, he is powerful, he is greedy, he likes to cheat. He is the model of a, I don't know about stereotypical boxer nowadays, but he has a lot of stereotypical personality aspects. But he makes up for that because he is a brute, and he likes being a brute, and people acknowledge that he is a brute, and he will beat anyone who will deny his power. Let me see it this way. He has been in Shadowloo for a long time. He's actually he's actually referred to as one of the 4 kings of Shadowloo. And to that end, M. Bison, freaking M. Bison, will always bring him back into the fold. He has been his bodyguard, one of them, because Cammy was his bodyguard too. He was his bodyguard. He was put in charge of the dolls and making sure their safety was kept. He was even the head of Shadowloo for a point, which I'll get to later on. Bison, for whatever reason, just has a great respect for Balrog and his brutality, and he makes up for it. Now, he did start out as a regular boxer. He was very renowned, but he was also known for cheating and beating his opponents to death, and what has become an internet meme, he killed a man in a boxing match. Now, it's important to know he did not do this intentionally, but if you're throwing punches with the intent to knock out and you kill somebody, it's not like you were holding back, right? So, yeah. So he killed a man, and then he got banned for life, and so he wanted to, keep getting money. He wanted to get glory, so he joined Shadowloo and tried to help Bison, with his goals, even though he didn't necessarily believe in them. Balrog, man, I was just looking up his moves, and even watched like the Street Fighter V introduction video. He's just a beast, and while he isn't the most refined boxer, I heard a lot of people say, well, why didn't you get Dudley for this matchup? There's a reason for that. Dudley is a refined fighter. He is, a more traditional fighter. Balrog fights dirty. He does headbutts. He does throws. He'll stomp on his opponent's feet. He'll do whatever it takes to win. Even if that means, just loading up a punch and just go bam right on him. He'll do it. That's his style, and he's okay with that. And he's lasted a long time with just that simplicity. Now, because this is a fighting game, what he's done is a little bit suspect. He has been confirmed to beat Nakali, who is, a Street Fighter V, very bestial character, but, he's tough. He was sent to kill Birdie, but didn't do it. He has fought a lot of people, and if you want to be technical, he could technically have beaten everyone, even than Bison, but because of canon, it's a little bit murky. What is confirmed, and this is going to be a key factor, he killed an elephant with one punch. Now, we already saw this in Cammy versus Sonya Blade, but because they were using it to reference Cammy's strength. But this is, wow. I mean, that's over 10,000 pounds of force with one punch. Now, given it was his Gigaton punch, which was, his super special or whatever, but yeah, that's impressive. I mean, he killed an elephant. Those things are huge. Okay. But even just listening to the director talk about Balrog in Street Fighter V, he may not be the most refined fighter, but he's one who will dish it out, and he can take it in. He is an endurant fighter, and he has moves that will surprise you. He can dodge pretty well. He had a trigger move in Street Fighter V where he can weave around an opponent's attack and then go in for a combo hit. And he can even get in close to opponents and cancel an attack so he can do a different flurry of strikes. He's not a pushover. He is an idiot, though. I mentioned earlier that he was ahead of Shadowloo, I think it was after Street Fighter 2 or 3. It crumbled under his management. And he went back to being like a bodyguard at a casino just so he could make money. So he is not the most intelligent fighter. But that sometimes it doesn't really matter if you have the power to back up just about anything you do. There's a reason he was a renowned fighter despite this style. And there have been numerous fighters who are not the most intelligent in the ring, but they will knock you out. So, don't sleep on Balrog. Nor should you sleep on TJ Combo, Killer Instinct. Another stereotypical boxing type. This one a little more like Ali than Tyson for Balrog, but equally as vain in a way, equally as arrogant, equally as cocky, equally as greedy, because TJ Combo does not like to lose. And when he loses, TJ Combo angry. Luki? We talk about Balrog cheating. He cheats using illegal moves. Combo cheats a little bit bigger scale. He cheats by he loaded up his glove with quarters, as you saw in the preview, to knock a kid out because he lost a fight. He would do various moves to enhance his strength and whatnot. And then in his most greedy, he signed in with Ultratech after he shattered his arm, and they gave him basically a robot arm, essentially, enhancements. Let's call it implants. Implants is a better word. They gave him robotic implants so that he could be stronger, and he held the title for 5 years under their reign. And then when he ticked them off because he refused to lose to Generation 1 Fulgore, this is before he had Eagle's Brain. Watch Sector versus Fulgore for more information on that. Before he had done Eagle's Brain, he beat it to a bloody pulp. And that ticked off Ultratech, so they exposed him. And so he literally ripped the implants out of his arm and decided to restart his life again. It's like the third time. Then he went after Ultratech after getting contacted by the Disavowed and helped to try and bring them down and fought many people along the way. Now, what's key about Combo is that he is a studier of the craft. He studied Ali, he studied Tyson, he is what you might call a counter boxer. He likes to let his opponents make mistakes, and then he'll capitalize on them, which is why he got his name TJ Combo, because he would do a vicious flurry of combo moves after his opponent did something wrong. And he made his name doing that, and people still call him TJ Combo because of that. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, because technically, he has killed people before. He has the option of killing Tusk in the game, and he did kill Riptor. Actually, he didn't kill Riptor. He kind of killed it. It's a dinosaur. It's complicated. So he has killed before, and he has certain victories. But depending on which game you look at, he also barely scraped by some of those victories. Like in one game, it said that he barely beat Riptor. Yeah, in the KI 13. The recent KI game, the seasonal one. It said that he had decisive victory over Riptor. So it's like, which is it? Because in KI2, if you notice, he has an eye patch, which is more than likely where he got his eye ripped out by Riptor. So he's not invincible. And just because you can counter someone doesn't mean you will. It said he beat Gargos, but everyone's beating Gargos. That's the point of Killer Instinct. Orchid was a canon victory. That's why they mention it in Orchid versus Ivy. And of course, she helped beat Fulgore, so her strength was. That's another story. So many references in Death Battle. It's easy to get lost in the shuffle. But TJ is, after everything that's happened to him, he still gets back up. Can't take that away from him. And after all this time, after all the cheating, after all the greed, after everything, he does want to be better. He wants to be a better boxer, and his moveset reflects that. Now, he does have enhanced strength, despite having his implants ripped out. It's stated that when Ultratech messed with his DNA, he healed his arm incredibly fast, and he maintained some of his strength. Now, how much of that strength remains? It's hard to say. But it's just hard to say. But he is incredibly talented. He was an asset to Orchid and the Disavowed when they tried to take down Ultratech. He's done some pretty cool things, and he's trying to fight the right way. He specializes in combo attacks. He can do, like I said, the shockwave punch. He does a high knee. He's kind of like an MMA fighter now. So that does give him a versatility advantage. And, of course, his strength is not to be underestimated. His will to live is not to be underestimated. And also, via the new Killer Instinct game, he has an Instinct mode, which gives him increased speed, increased combo strength. And should he wait to use his Instinct mode, it can actually resurrect him after a knockout blow. It's called the Last Breath. But the question now is, would that be enough? This is tough. Boxing wise, because this is going to be in a boxing ring, but it is a death battle. That can't be said enough. I was on the Screw Attack forums, and someone's like, I hope they don't use Ali Foreman as a reference for why Combo could killed Balrog. And I argued that, one, Balrog is stronger than Foreman. I don't think Foreman can kill an elephant. Number two, Foreman was had to hold to the rules of boxing, whereas Balrog does not. And as throws and grabs are in Street Fighter, he could literally, if Combo decided to do that. If you don't remember, if you don't know, Ali beat George Foreman in a fight for the heavyweight title when Foreman was a heavy favorite. He was on top of the game. He was champion, Ali's challenger. What Ali did was he put himself against the ropes and he let George Foreman wail on him, letting the ropes, using my chair as an example, using the ropes to absorb the damage, and then Foreman got tired and Ali took him out. That's not going to happen here because, yeah, Balrog could grab TJ Combo, throw him, and then, wail on him. Or he could headbutt him if he so felt so. They're not constrained to boxing rules. It's a boxing match, but it's not a boxing rules match. It's death battle. Someone is going to die. So, that out of the way. Who's going to win? I would say, based on my research, that Balrog has the strength advantage. Yes, Combo has, the enhanced strength because of his implants, but based on what I saw, it's not as strong as Balrog's Gigaton Punch. And while TJ is a combo fighter, he also is, as I saw in a guide, if he doesn't land a combo, he leaves himself open to wailing, like he will get wailed on. Also, it's stated that because he wasn't brought into KI, the modern day KI, until the second season, and once he did, he was kind of like one of the lesser heroes because he has no powers or special origins. So he's still good, but you have to wonder just how good he really is in comparison to the other KI characters. Balrog is a force to be reckoned with. Now, yes, he's an idiot, and he has been beaten by a lot of people, including like Cammy, E Honda in the anime. But there's a trick here. Oh, he lost to Alex. He was the runner-up of a tournament that happened right before Street Fighter 3, and he lost to Alex. So they say, well, why couldn't TJ Combo beat him if they beat him? They're not boxers. Now you say, wait a minute, Dudley's a boxer, and I'm pretty sure he's lost to Dudley. He has. And that could be a factor in this, because Dudley, as I said, is a more refined fighter. He prefers, and him and Balrog just love to go at it, because Balrog and Dudley is more refined, and their styles totally clash. But will that matter here? Because although Dudley could beat Balrog, that doesn't mean TJ Combo can beat Balrog. It's tough because undoubtedly TJ Combo is the better fighter. He studied the game. He is a counter fighter. He loves to combo, and that's good. But again, Balrog's not an idiot when it comes to boxing. Yes, he's an idiot here, but he's not that much of an idiot here. He will do whatever it takes to win. He will cheat. He has a foot stomp technique, which, if you know boxing, stomping the feet is a good way to get rid of a boxer's base, which is why it's illegal. So if he could disrupt TJ's style of combo fighting, I think he can win. Now, I'm trying my hardest not to side with Street Fighter, because we all know their incredibly long losing streak that they have. They have not won since Blanca. Think about that. Blanca! That was Blanca versus Pikachu. That was right before the Goku versus Superman fight. They have not had a win since. Ryu, Bison, Cammy, Ken, Chun-Li. All of them lost. Every single one. So I'm trying, and they specifically said on the recent Death Battle cast that they love Street Fighter. They love Street Fighter with all they have. Chad grew up on Street Fighter. He taught Torian Street Fighter, which is how, and then he taught Nick Street Fighter, and they love Street Fighter. This is not a biased thing. They just keep losing. Their matchups just don't let them win. So I'm trying my hardest not to root for Street Fighter so that they can eventually get a win. I try not to do that. I did that with Bane Venom, and that was one of my only losses of the season. I'm trying really hard not to do that. But something just tells me that given that this is a death battle with someone you have to die, I'm leaning towards Balrog. He's got strength. He does have moves to dodge. Again, he has that Street Fighter V weaving move, which leads to combo. He can get in close and wail on TJ Combo. And if TJ Combo isn't able to combo, what's he gonna do? So I'm not saying like it's gonna be an overwhelming victory. I would actually think this is gonna be a very close fight, like especially when they say like why it's close or whatever. But I think Balrog can take the hits, which he does in Street Fighter. I think he will do anything he can do to win. TJ, he's trying to do things the right way. He's trying not to be that guy anymore. TJ used to be Balrog, you know, and you know this is why these two are so similar. They used to, both of them were cheaters, banned from the sport, whatever. But unlike Balrog, TJ tried to go on the right path, and he's trying to do things the right way. But that's going to get him in trouble in a death battle. Does he have a better set of moves? Yes. Is he a better fighter? Yes. But will it matter? I don't think it will. Not this time. Because we've seen, look at boxing history. We've seen muscle men beat technical fighters. As great as Ali was, he was not undefeated. And he lost to brutes. And so we'll just have to see. So, for the record, I am picking Balrog. There we go. Sorry about that. I am picking Balrog to win the fight. I'm very excited for this. I honestly am really excited for this. This is a really, really good fight. So, with that, I am ending this episode of Todd Talk. Let me know who you think is going to win between Balrog and TJ Combo. And don't forget to check out 10,000 Miles on Kickstarter right now. You can get drawn into the comic. You can get 26 comics for like 15 bucks. We have other really cool rewards as well. Really support me, and I really appreciate it, guys, because I tend to get some good views on here. And if even one of you pledges, that's awesome. That would help a bit, a lot, a real lot, a whole lot. Knockout lot. Okay, I'm done. Seriously, link in the comments and description. Hope you'll pledge. So, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I know you were listening, and I will see you around.